If you're still not selling on TikTok Shop, what are you doing? It's already pretty much guaranteed that TikTok is not going anywhere. In fact, TikTok is actually going to be getting its own American app in the next few months. So if you haven't started selling on TikTok Shop just yet, then you're wasting a lot of time and you're leaving money on the table. So today, I'm going to show you exactly how you can easily get started selling on TikTok Shop. And I'm going to give you a couple of shortcuts along the way that can help you, one, get started a little bit quicker, and two, scale your business a lot more efficiently and faster. So the very first thing that we need to do is simply go to seller.tiktok.com. This is where we're going to go ahead and choose where we're going to be selling. Are we going to be selling in Europe, Asia, or the Americas? In this case, I'm going to be selling in the United States. So let's go ahead and click on enter here. Now it's going to take you to this page. So from here, all you have to do is simply click on sign up now on the bottom, and then it's going to take you here. All right, so here what we're going to need to do is simply just go ahead and sign up with either our email or our phone number. I'm going to be using one of my emails. Got to go ahead and verify. All right, so let's go ahead and verify this as well. Let's go ahead and set our password. Okay, so at this point, this is where a lot of people get stuck. So a lot of people aren't sure whether to go with an individual, a sole proprietorship, a corporation, or a partnership. Now, if you're just getting started, if you don't have your own company or an LLC or anything like that, just go with individual. All you're going to need to provide here is your social security and also your form of ID. Now, another thing you might have to provide later on, which I had to do actually like 2 or 3 times, is some sort of document that has your address on it that matches your ID. So make sure you have that, and make sure that the ID that you're using now, you have something that matches that address. Besides that, you have a sole proprietorship. So if you have a business, if you're doing, let's say, doing business as, you're going to go with this one, or a corporation if you have an LLC or something like that. And you have the option for a partnership. We're not doing any of these. We're going to stick to individual. We're just getting started, testing out the waters if you're just getting started selling. So we're going to do that. Go ahead and click on next. Now here we need to upload our ID. You have the option to either upload your driver's license, your state ID, or your passport. So I'm going to go ahead and upload my ID really fast. Now keep in mind, you might need to re-verify your ID. It's happened to me a couple of times, so just so you know. Oh, it's a little bit too big. All right, so I had to resize the ID because the picture I took was a little bit too big. So now let's go ahead and verify all of the information that it's giving us. All right, so after we make sure that all the information is correct, we need to then go ahead and provide them, or provide TikTok with the residential address that, again, is going to be on any sort of letter or anything that you get that has your name and that matching address. So please make sure of that, because this is absolutely crucial. Now here it says which option applies to your address. I always go with this is my residential address, because a lot of the times I know a lot of you, and myself included sometimes, have actually done that in the past. So if that's the case, feel free to put that. If you have a dedicated address for your business, you can do that as well. Now we need to choose a shop name. So what's our shop name? Let's do something cute. So I'm actually opening up a niched store right now. So let's see, what are we going to be naming it? Let's do something like Trending Picks. Is that available? Trending Picks? With a K, actually. There you go. Because we're picking stuff, not taking pictures. Then we can go ahead and add a shop logo. If you have a logo yourself, if you have your own brand or something like that, I suggest that you add a shop logo. I'm not going to do it just yet because I just want to get started selling. But this is something that you should do because it does help you out with brand recognition, and it just brings a lot more trust to somebody whenever they jump into your page or to your shop page and they see that you have, you know, your own logo. It looks nice, it looks clean, professional, and not just blank with just a bunch of random products. So I suggest you add a logo. You can go ahead and do that. I'm gonna do that later. Then we need to choose our primary product. So what are we gonna be selling? Ooh, somebody's already using top trending picks. So let's just do top TT trends, like top TikTok trends. Hasn't told me that it's not available, so I'm gonna assume it is. All right, then we have to choose our primary product, right? So what are we gonna be selling? We can go ahead and choose. I'm going to be selling a little bit of everything, right? So maybe we can go ahead and let's do toys and hobbies, because I'm going to do a lot of hobby stuff here as well. All right, so we have that. Now we need to go ahead and make sure that we verify our email address, one that we're using, and our phone number. So let's go ahead and do that now as well. All right, so we verify our phone number along with our email address. So we're good to go here. Now just make sure that everything is correct, that everything that you see on the screen is correct. After you do, go ahead and click on submit. And now our application has officially been submitted. Now, typically, it does take about 3 business days for you to get approved, but you can start getting everything set up right now, which I'm going to show you how to do. Besides that, though, sometimes you do get approved within just a couple of minutes, and then other times you get rejected automatically. This happened to me a couple of times, actually. What you need to make sure that you do is, because I've done both things that I'm about to tell you, right? First, go to edit. Now from here, we're gonna have to scroll all the way to the bottom, and you see where it says the proof of address? That's exactly what I was talking about earlier. You need to upload a proof of address, so that way they can verify that the address you're talking about or you're giving them is the legit one, it's a correct one. Okay, so what I'm gonna be uploading is just a bank statement. That's what I usually upload, and it works perfectly fine. So now I'm gonna click on next, and submit. Okay, so now it's reviewing the documents. They'll probably get back to me in a little bit or later today, or I'm not sure. But again, we can continue working from here. So now we need to add a shipping and return address. So over here where it says add the shipping address, do you want to use this information for shipping? Yeah, we can go ahead and use that. Now we need to edit our shipping settings, because by default, we're using TikTok shop shipping, meaning we send them the stuff, they pack it up, and they send it off, or they provide us with the labels as well. We're not doing any of those two. We're gonna do everything ourselves. So we're gonna just simply click out of that for now. Let's go back to the home. Okay, so now we need to start adding our products. We need to add our tax information and link our TikTok account. So first, I'm gonna click on add products. Now we're gonna go ahead and click on add manually. And now in order to add our products, this is what's actually gonna start taking us a little bit of extra time, but I'm gonna speed it up by using the automation shortcut. So in order to automate our product importing and even our order fulfillment and our product research and really everything, I'm gonna go ahead and integrate AutoDS to this. Now, AutoDS is gonna help us import products in just a few clicks. If we do this manually, we're gonna have to go ahead and upload our main image. We also need to go ahead and name our product or copy and paste it from whatever source that we're sourcing our product from. Then we have to choose our category. We have to go ahead and put in a description. We have to put in the sales information, the shipping information, and everything. So we can go ahead and do this manually if you choose to, or we can, again, start off with automation. So for this, what I'm gonna do is I'm simply gonna go to my AutoDS account over at AutoDS. And if you're not a member of the AutoDS family just yet, you can go ahead and take advantage of our 2-week trial for just $1. So that way you can experience the power of automation, and you can see how well it works and how easily it helps you set up your store and scale. So I'm just gonna go ahead and sign in. So once you have everything set up and you're registered, you're gonna need to add your TikTok account. You're gonna have to connect the TikTok account with your AutoDS account. And doing that is super easy. You do it in the registration process, but this is what it looks like. So you're gonna have an option that says add store. It'll actually be up here, but for me, it's over here because I have a bunch of stores linked. Then we're gonna choose TikTok shop and then continue. We're gonna choose United States because that's the only one that's currently supported. But if you are trying to dropship outside of the US through TikTok shop, we are gonna have support for that coming pretty soon. So then we go ahead and click on continue. Now we need to go ahead and authorize the app for our TikTok shop. So we're gonna click on North American seller and United States, go to next. Now we can go ahead and choose this, make sure that this says unlimited, so that way it never expires. The connection never gets cut off. We can go ahead and put in our information here. And then we don't have to put our phone number, so we can just simply click on confirm and install. And then I acknowledge, authorize, and done. Now we can officially automate our TikTok shop for dropshipping. It's gonna take us back from here to our AutoDS account, just the TikTok store. Just go ahead and choose the option that you have available. And we are officially good to go. Now let me show you how we can actually start importing products to our TikTok shop this way. So we actually have access to all of these different products through AutoDS. We can choose either any from the handpicked products or the marketplace. The handpicked product section is actually my favorite because these are all legitimately picked by hand. These are picked by expert dropshippers who have a specific criteria in mind, so they know exactly what trends to look for at what times of the year. Trust me, it's super helpful. So from here, we can simply just look through the different options, and you can either search by category based on, maybe if you want to get into a niche, or if you want to sell a little bit of everything, we can do that too. I'm actually pretty interested in this hat right here. This looks pretty good. This is something that can definitely be TikTok trend worthy. So for now, I'm gonna go ahead and import the draft. Now, besides that though, we do have a little bit of extra information so we can see, how much the item costs, how much the shipping cost is, the potential profit. We also have a saturation score that shows us how many people are trying to sell this, and an engagement score which shows how active it is on social media. As you can see, the engagement score is at 60, or it's over 60, it's at 70. And that simply just means that there's a lot of activity on social media for this. So there's a lot of demand, there's a lot of hype. especially now that we're in summer. Winter's going to be coming up pretty soon. People start stocking up their stores now. And you have a bunch of different competitors where you can see examples of other stores that are selling the same exact product. Although these are Shopify stores, they're not TikTok stores or TikTok shop stores. So once we import that to our draft section, we're going to see it here. We can click on the click to edit, and then we can go ahead and edit anything that we need. We can optimize the title with AI, so that way we don't even have to think about it ourselves. AutoDS will do all of that work for us. We can choose the category, even though it's already automatically pre-filled. We have the description, where you have the entire description of the product itself. I don't like this. I don't like when it has images in it. So what I'm going to do is I'm simply going to delete all of it. I'm going to click on save really fast. And then I'm going to optimize the description with AI. I'm going to make it sound a little bit more professional with a balanced temperature. And that's going to take the information that it has from the title and everything that I can get, and it's going to make it into a description. So as you can see now, a text description is way better than all of those crazy images. So the high polar fleece baklava winter ski windproof cap is an essential accessory for outdoor enthusiasts seeking warmth and protection during cold weather activities. Perfect start. So we can leave it at that for now. Then we have our variants, which this is actually my favorite part, because at this point we can take the guesswork out of all of our pricing. And I don't know about you, but for me, that's one of the hardest things that I've ever had to deal with, making sure that I'm always in the green for profits. To do that, just click on edit in any one of these variations, and you'll see the fees are already defaulted to 3%. Your profit is defaulted to 10% and a 30-cent profit. So I like to change this to 0, and then I like to change my profit margin to, let's say, 50. So now you're going to see that the total profit up here changed, and the sell price also changes. So this sell price is how much we're going to sell our product for. This total profit is how much we're actually taking home. This is already excluding the 3% in fees. So this is your actual take-home profit. So that's really good to know. It's really good to see. So that way you actually know that you're always in the green and you're making money, right? So you can go ahead and click on save here, or you can choose all of the different variations and bulk edit them at the same time. And then you have your images where you can add, edit, or delete any images. And that's pretty much it. From here, you can simply click on save and import, and the product will be imported to your TikTok shop within just a few seconds or a couple of minutes. So as you can see, it's very easy to be able to import products to your TikTok shop that way. And another way that you can do it is simply by going to, let's say, AliExpress. Looking through AliExpress, let's say that you find something that you like. Let's look for electronics. These have actually been pretty popular lately. I've seen a bunch of these selling like high quality headphones. So what we can do is we can take that link, right? Go back to AutoDS, click on add products up here, single product, and then paste in our URL. And then we can click on edit now. And then we can repeat the process all over again. So optimize title, description, everything. And then once we're ready to go, save and import as well. And once again, it'll be imported to our store along with the mask that we imported. So that's that, right? Now we can go ahead and actually go back to our TikTok shop, to the homepage, and we need to add our tax information. So let's go ahead and click on add tax information. So here we can go ahead and just pretty much verify everything and really just put in all of the information once again that we had already put. Okay, so our tax information is set and ready to go. Now we can go ahead and connect our TikTok shop account. You can go ahead and do that now, or you can do that later. I'm not gonna worry about that just yet because I don't need to do that. We still need to actually set up our shipping. So for shipping, let's start going through the different tabs. So here you have your orders tab. This is where you have all of your different orders that come in. You have a returns tab. Of course, this is where your returns are gonna show if anybody wants to do a return. And then you have your fulfillment settings. So the first thing we need to do under fulfillment settings is going to be to set up our warehouse settings. Remember how we said we're shipping from our house? Let's just go ahead and do that. So here it's going to pretty much just give us already a default warehouse. We can go ahead and choose that. And it's the same thing that's going to be for our return warehouse. So as long as you have this, then you should be good to go. But if you want, you can go ahead and create another one with a different address. Now, besides that, under our orders tab, we also have the shipping settings. This is another one that's very important that we need to get done. So let's go ahead and set that up really fast. So let's run over from the overview to the delivery settings. And now here you can see that it says TikTok shipping. So it says you ship the order, we'll take care of the rest. So you're shipping it to TikTok, and then they'll go ahead and take care of everything, I believe. But we're not doing that. So we're gonna go ahead and click on switch option, and we're gonna do seller shipping because we're gonna be the ones that provide the shipping label. Even though we're not gonna be providing a shipping label, we're just gonna be providing tracking because we're gonna be primarily drop shipping. But if you are selling yourself, you can go ahead and choose the TikTok shipping, or you can choose to ship it out yourself. Now, when you do go ahead and create seller shipping, you need to go ahead and create a template. We're gonna go ahead and create our template. Let's do this one. I don't know why I just renamed the template 1. I could have just left it what it was. Now we need to choose the ship from warehouse, which is why we need to set up our warehouse earlier. So we already have that set up. Choose that one. Your rate model, you can do either weight-based or quantity-based. I'll do quantity-based. And then as far as our shipping options, we just do free shipping, right? We're going to offer free shipping because our suppliers are already going to be taking into consideration shipping, and we're going to have it already. The pricing for the shipping, it's going to be added onto our product pricing. So all we have to do is simply just click on standard shipping. This is going to show everywhere where you're going to be shipping to. If you want to ship to other places, you can click on edit. But primarily, if you're shipping in the US, this is what you want to stick to. I always exclude Hawaii and Alaska because it just takes way too long. Oh, and Puerto Rico. I always exclude those 3 because it takes way too long. It's overseas. Technically, I guess you can say it's overseas. And it just takes a long time. So that's the way I like to do things. Now it's asking me for a flat rate, right? I'm going to do 0. I'm going to be doing free shipping and submit. So now that we have our template set up, now we can officially switch it over. So under TikTok shipping, we're going to switch option, seller shipping, switch, okay. And now we can officially ship products ourselves, or simply just include the tracking number. Okay, so at this point, if you go to your product section, you're going to see that you might see some, you might not, but because of the fact that our documents are still being reviewed, it's going to show that we can't add any products directly from this page, but we can still do it through the AutoDS page. And then once everything gets approved, they will show up. Now let's just keep going through the different tabs to see what exactly we need and what we don't. So we already saw the add products, the product ratings. This pretty much just shows us, how our products are being rated, any product opportunities. So really these could be suggestions of what people are buying on TikTok Shop. This is also a pretty good product research tab. Then we have fulfilled by TikTok, which is something that we're not going to be using, so we don't have to worry about that. We have our marketing tab. Now this can work for you, it might not work for you, it really depends on you. It's still showing as invalid. You know what, let me show you my other one. Got approved the other day. Okay, so this is what it looks like once everything's approved and ready to go. So under marketing, we're going to see our shop ads, then we're going to see promotions, we're going to see shop design, campaigns, and TikTok funded program. Here, really the only thing that you need to know about is going to be the shop ads. We have tons of different videos that can help you out in getting your ads set up for TikTok Shop. So if you're interested in that, you can go ahead and check out one of those. You can also check out this one right here at the end of this video. And then the other one that you should know about is the TikTok funded program. TikTok funded programs are really good because they essentially can give your customers a discount without it coming out of your pocket. So always keep an eye on these or any promotions that TikTok runs. Then we have our affiliates. This is also really, really good, especially if you have a trending product, because if you have a trending product, then chances are there's going to be a lot of people that want to sell that product, but don't want to sell it in their own TikTok shop. Instead, they just want to make videos with it and get a little commission. So this is where you can set everything up to get that set up, so that way you can work with different affiliates. Then you have your live videos. If you're going to be selling live, that's totally up to you if you want to do that or not. But then besides that, you have your analytics, where it's going to tell you all the different analytics of your store, what videos are bringing traction, what products are getting traction. And then we have our shop health or account health. This is extremely, extremely important because this is going to let you know whether or not your store is being deactivated or just if it has been deactivated. So it's always very important to keep an eye on this. Go to your violation records. As you can see, I have 2 of them that have the identity verification required and the re-verification required. I don't know why they did that to me, and it actually just happened. But I made sure that I followed exactly what they were asking for. And hear me out. If you get banned at any point, if your store gets suspended at any point, for whatever reason, appeal it. And appeal it immediately. That's what I did. And within a couple of hours, it was back up. Now, it is going to ask you for a couple of things. One of them was my ID. So it asked me to send them a picture of my ID, front and back. If you do a passport, it would just be the front. And then it also asks for a proof of address, and it asked for a tour of your shop. So when it asks for that, you can take a video and just simply show just a couple of things maybe that you have laying around that you say that you sell in your store, and just show that you're working from your house. Tell them the name of your store, be explicit about it. Tell them the name of my store is this. I'm running it out of my house, or I'm running it out of my place of residence, or whatever it is. And make sure that you follow those rules, because sometimes I've tried to take a shortcut through it and it doesn't work. Trust me, I've had a lot of stores banned because of that. But when I actually did it the way that they asked, it was a really seamless process. Now I know it might make me look kind of stupid, right? Because it's like, why didn't you just follow what they told you in the first place? But you'd be surprised. A lot of people do that. A lot of people think, oh, I'll just submit this and it'll be fine. That doesn't work, at least not with TikTok. But then besides that, that's really everything you need besides the finances. So here, you can simply just add your primary bank account so you can actually get paid. Now, one burning question that I have from people is, do I need to create content in order to sell on TikTok Shop? And the answer is surprisingly no. So I had a TikTok shop at one point, a completely different shop that I was testing out, and I was getting sales from people that were just visiting my TikTok shop. Yeah, I did make a couple of videos for different products, but funny enough, those products that I made videos for never actually got any sales. I don't know what the traffic was that was bringing it to my actual shop, but people were shopping through the TikTok shop, they saw my products, they liked them, and they purchased them directly from there. So just so you know, you don't need to create content, but obviously if you want to make sales, create content, because without it, it's going to be a much less likelihood of you being shown to the general public or whoever's interested in your products. Now, I know the one thing that I didn't do was connect our TikTok account to our TikTok shop, and I'll just tell you how to do that, but because I already have a few different accounts linked and I don't have any spare accounts. So what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and click on the Connect official TikTok account, and then you're going to open up your TikTok account. Now, let me show you really fast. So this is just an example account, but what you're going to do is you're going to click on the little sandwich menu over here, and then this is going to come up. Then you're going to do my QR code, then you're going to get the QR code, and then you're going to click up here. This is the little scanning icon. And then you're going to get the camera to scan the QR code that TikTok Shop is going to give you, and then your account and your TikTok Shop will be linked. So what did you think of this walkthrough? I know it was pretty straightforward. Hopefully it was pretty simplified for you, and hopefully it made everything a lot easier for you to understand. If it was, let me know down in the comments below. I would love to hear your thoughts. Huge thank you to everyone for watching, especially if you made it all the way to the end. As always, it truly means the world to me. Please make sure you smash that like button, hit that subscribe button if you found any value in this video. And with that, my name is Mario with AutoDS, and I'll catch you all next time.